Sikkim was officially declared as the first paperless state judiciary by Chief Justice of India, Justice Surya Kant, today during inauguration ceremony of Conclave on Technology and Judicial Education held in Gangtok. Attorney General for India R. Venkatramani, Chief Justice of Supreme Court of Seychelles, Justice Ronnie James Govindan, Sikkim High Court Justice Meenakshi Madan Rai, and Chief Minister T.S. Tamang also spoke at the event. Other dignitaries who spoke at the event included Sikkim High Court Chief Justice A. Muhammad Mustaq, who described the conclave as historic moment for state of Sikkim and the Indian judiciary. Today's conclave is about starting something at a ground level, a practical approach. The aim is not to create high-tech courts for the sake of it, but to impact the lives of citizens, he added. A fully paperless judiciary is a system in which all legal processes are done electronically rather than through physical paper, using measures such as digital files, e-filing, online hearings, digital case tracking, etc. In his inaugural address, Chief Justice of India emphasized that of judicial education must involve and improve, keeping in mind emerging technologies. He said that it must move beyond basic digital literacy and equip judges to understand algorithmic systems and their interaction with principles such as natural justice. The adoption of technology is not only about implementation but also about a necessary shift in legal education. It is no longer sufficient to be well versed in the statutes of past. The modern judge must also engage with the logic that underpins emerging technologies, added the Chief Justice of India. He called on judicial academies to develop curricula that go beyond basic digital familiarity and enable judges to critically examine algorithmic systems. He also pointed out judges need to be able to identify bias in the artificial intelligence in order to safeguard the integrity of the adjudicatory process. At the heart of this educational shift lies question of ethics. As we integrate automated tools into our daily work, judges' role as the guardian of human element becomes even more significant. Education must strengthen our ability to identify bias within systems driven by artificial intelligence and to safeguard the integrity of adjudicatory process against any unintended distortion. The Chief Justice of India stated that this shift in education is essential to ensure that technology remains an aid to fairness and does not replace the human element in decision making. He said objective is to prepare judges who can engage with technological tools while remaining anchored in constitutional values. The Chief Justice of India also highlighted that declaration of Sikkim as a paperless judiciary reflects a shift from physical court processes to digital system aimed at improving access to justice, particularly in geographically difficult regions. He noted that in the past, litigants in Sikkim faced long and uncertain travel to courts due to terrain, but digital infrastructure is now changing this reality by allowing petitions and hearings to be conducted without physical movement. Chief Justice of India stressed that digital reform is essential to sustain rule of law as integrated technology into judicial processes dismantles geographical constraints, whether caused by terrain, distance, or financial barriers, so that access to justice extends equally to remote regions. He highlighted broader transformation of Indian judicial system through digitization, noting that the e-courts project has enabled litigants to access case information and court processes through digital platforms with National Judicial Data Grid providing real-time data on judicial performance. On accessibility and transparency, Chief Justice of India said architecture of justice has become more open as litigants in remote parts of the country can now track progress of the cases, view orders, engage counsel across the country, and watch proceedings in real time through video conferencing. He noted that this transparency acts against delays and inefficiencies and ensures that process remains visible, predictable, and efficient. At the same time, he emphasized that the journey towards full digitization is not complete and more work is needed to ensure meaningful access to justice. He also emphasized the need for standardization of case information system across high courts. While trial courts have achieved large-scale digitization through National Core Case Information System, high courts must adopt a more consistent and standardized approach, pointed CJI. He also stressed the need to expand and strengthen e-Seva Kendras. He noted that there are currently 48 such centers in high courts, 2283 units in district courts and emphasized that strengthening their technical capacity is necessary to prevent digital divide from becoming a barrier to justice. On use of artificial intelligence, Chief Justice of India said there is scope for its careful infusion at trial court level. He gave example of recovery suits where AI tools can be used at initial stage to verify assets and identify encumbrances. Such systems, said Chief Justice of India, can confirm existence of property and flag conflicting claims, reducing unnecessary litigation and allowing courts to focus on substantive disputes. He also pointed out the utility of AI in identifying patterns in sentencing and bail decisions across jurisdictions, highlighting that this can help in recognizing variations and promoting greater consistency and predictability in judicial outcomes. In the past, distance for a litigant was not measured in kilometers but in days of travel, difficult terrain, and uncertainty. Today, that reality is changing, not only because of infrastructure but also because technology is reshaping the access. The digital highway now connects citizens directly to various judicial fora. We have moved away from the era of paper trails, said Chief Justice of India. The conclave, centered on theme technology and judicial education, is organized by High Court of Sikkim and the Sikkim Judicial Academy. It brought together judges, legal experts, policymakers to discuss digital transformation of Indian judiciary and will continue tomorrow also. Supreme Court Justice J.K. Maheshwari commended Sikkim for having been declared a paperless judiciary. Sikkim has now been declared paperless judiciary as a remarkable movement. It does not replace human judgment, but what it means is that it has removed barriers. Those physical papers, distance or files that go missing, that's the correct ambition of technology and justice, not to replace human act of judging, but to remove every obstacle that stands between individual and that act. Sikkim High Court Justice Bhaskar Raj Prada emphasized on use of technology to strengthen rule of law. We must ensure that digital advancement does not distance marginalized groups. If we use technology to make courts faster, fairer, cheaper, more accessible and humane, we are bound to succeed. If technology helps fulfill this mission, we must welcome. If it seeks to dilute it, we must restrain it. Sikkim Advocate General Baswa Prabhu S. Patil observed that paperless judiciary initiative is meant to make justice delivery faster and more efficient. The move towards paperless judiciary is not to disrespect paper, which has carried our pleadings, precedents, evidence, and constitutional history. The point is to ensure that a citizen does not have to wait because a file is in transit, a page is missing, a record is untraceable, or a certified copy is moving at the speed of dust. Technology is not about replacing justice but removing friction from it. As Sikkim celebrates 50 years of statehood, we feel proud of our journey and achievements. It is great honor to host this conclave in presence of Chief Justice of India, Justice Surya Kant and other distinguished dignitaries, said Chief Minister Tamang.